for the crack, buddy. And I have a little small pumpkin here. It's currently at 1 a.m. So what else do you do but carve a pumpkin in the middle of the night? I haven't been live for a while. I haven't been doing any videos. So I wanted to get back into it and just have a chat with you guys. Even if there's nobody on at this time, I'm going to carve this small pumpkin I have from Little 99¢, and we're going to see what we come out with and just have a chat, because why not? Let me see. There we go. But yeah, what I've been getting up to, not much really. I've been struggling a hell of a lot with my anxiety, so I'm trying to cope with all that. Hey Mavis, hi Jenny, hey. So we're carving a pumpkin. I was waiting for a few people to come on, so I was just chatting crap, so I hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. All I have is this 99¢ pumpkin, a really small one. I'm going to do another video where I'm going to do like a proper one, but I wanted to make this kind of like a glamorous pumpkin. All I have is a spoon and a really sharp knife, so we'll see. Oh, thanks Healing Vibrations for that. Yeah, I've just been struggling a lot with it, and when I go live, I suppose when you go live and you have anxiety and stuff like that, it kind of triggers you as well. So for me, it's like ripping off the band-aid if I don't go live for a while, and you just kind of get used to it. So, oh, I'll be okay. Christina, hi. Okay, we're gonna cut the head off this pumpkin and start. I'm just gonna have a chat with you guys. What you guys up to and stuff. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll show you like the process. I wish I had like multiple cameras. Like, how do you do that when you're live? Like multiple cameras, and like I see people do it and I don't know how to do it. Well, okay. Watch me cut myself and end up in the emergency room on this live. But we'll see what happens. Well, I'm cutting the head way too big. I know probably nobody is going to be on this live, but I don't mind talking to myself at all. It's therapeutic, so we'll see what happens there. Pumpkin carving, so I have the head off. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just chat with me, guys. And we're going to start gutting this pumpkin. I have a basin beside me for mess and stuff, so that's going to be fun. I had like an idea of giving this pumpkin like eyelashes. I did art in school, so I should be a bit more creative. Or in college. Oh, that is sharp. Don't stop yourself, Karen. Do not stop yourself. I have tried mindfulness. I don't know if it really worked for me. Remember, I probably wasn't doing it right, you know. But let's see. True. Well, see, when I have my anxiety and depression, I isolate myself, and I kind of shut everyone out, close friends, everything. I don't respond to people, which is just a very bad habit. But I need to get out of it. I do need to get out of it. And I love doing my lives, like Paranormal Resident. The main reason I started Paranormal Resident really was to help with my depression and anxiety. And it did help. But then there's just bouts of it that I go through and I don't really upload, or I just isolate myself, and I feel like I can't deal with people. But, you know, it's all about trying. Yeah, I know the idea of pumpkin carving, Jenny, is all fun and games until you're actually in the middle of it. It is messy. These are Irish pumpkins. Alright, 100% Irish quality pumpkins. Perfect for carving. So that little, for non-American people who might watch this afterwards, that little label there just shows that it's Irish. of a thing in this country where we're proud of our produce. You can actually link it back to the farm where it was grown as well, which is pretty cool. God. So I am getting my camera fixed on Saturday, so I'll be doing lots of lives once that is fixed and we can get back into some ghost hunting. I want to do some Ouija board lives as well. A lot of people request me to do the Ouija board, and I love doing the Ouija board, but I find it very exhausting. I find it drains my energy doing the Ouija board. I don't know what it is, if it's psychological or I don't know. I don't feel well after. I feel quite sick after I do a Ouija board, which is a bit strange, I suppose. Definitely healing vibrations. I do feel quite overwhelmed with the Ouija board. So I like sticking to my spirit box and my apps and things like that. But I will, of course, on Halloween, I'm thinking at midnight Halloween to do a Ouija board live. And I think that would be cool. Sometimes it's not possible to go to all these amazing locations all the time. I will try and get to a few, but I like doing my lives at home as well, and I want to get back into that. You have to properly do this. You can preserve a pumpkin by putting it in a bleach bat overnight. So this will last me till Halloween. I will do the beach bat and we'll see how that works. I also got some Halloween candy for the trick-or-treaters. I got a massive bag of candy. Little have all the Halloween stuff in. I usually do a Halloween haul around this time of year, probably more the middle of October. I'll be doing a Halloween haul because I haven't gathered up enough stuff for it. But I always buy way too much of Halloween because my aesthetic is kind of Halloween. I love my decor all year round. It's just Halloween stuff. Jenny can tell you. Everything I own is Halloween. If anybody can recommend actually any horror movies in the comments, if you're rewatching this when it's up, do let me know. I'm looking for a good horror movie. Thanks so much, Healing Vibrations. I appreciate that. I've been watching the Squid Games, and that is awesome. Do you hear that? I think in China, internet providers are suing the creators of Squid Games because it actually so many people watched it. It's the most viewed show ever on Netflix, and it crashed the internet. And so some internet providers, I think in China, are actually suing. It is a really, really good show. I have to admit, it is really entertainment and it's gripping and it had me in. Some of the dub acting is a bit cheesy, but I thought it was really, really entertaining. I didn't think I'd like it at all, but it has the bright mix of horror and entertainment, and there was one episode, you'll know the episode, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I cried. It was so sad. It was one of my favorite characters. There's actually 2 episodes that really had me feeling a certain type of way. Okay, well, I think we have the guts out of this. I'll show you guys now. I have a little tea light here, so when we're finished, I can show you the finished product. So it's pretty good. Got it. Pumpkin soup. I actually love pumpkin flavored anything, which is not very popular here in Ireland. Squid Game is pretty good. It is pretty good. I suppose it's not for everyone, like it literally crashed the internet, but it isn't for everyone. I have to, like, a lot of people have said I can't get into it. I don't get it. But once you get past episode 1 and 2, episode 1 not much happens, but episode 2 is when it kind of all really happens, and it's very entertaining. I also watched what's it called? Do you ever hear that story? It's a real, like, true story about Gypsy Rose, I think it is. And her mother it was Munchausen by proxy, and she met her daughter sick, and then the daughter ended up going out with a fella, and they killed the mother. And there's a movie called I Love You to Death based on that. It's actually really, really good. I just watched the documentary tonight on YouTube after I watched the movie. And I love true crime as well, but I find that fascinating. There's also another one called Run, which the woman from American Horror Story, and that's really good on Netflix as well. It's the same type of story, but They Love You to Death is actually based on it. Okay, we'll get Carbon. Wait, let me see. Please mark it for about almost a full month, and my Moonology cards have failed to arrive. Zoom. Oh, I have never ordered from Zoom. I actually was gonna get them Moonology cards. I seen them in a bookstore here. But I never ordered from Zoom. I didn't know. Like, sometimes these places, Healing Vibrations, especially places like AliExpress and Zoom, they take a long time to come. It's really irritating. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the eyes, and I'm gonna show you after I finish the eye, one eye. This knife is super sharp. Zoom. Well, I will not be ordering from them. Okay. One eye-ish. Oh, we're starting with this. Okay. I don't know who else would be carving a pumpkin at this time of night. But why not? Okay, eye number 2. Oh, was Doom, is it? Okay. Sorry, the comments keep disappearing. Let me see. Not Zoom, Joom. Okay, sorry. Is Zoom another thing? No, that would be the video app. So Joom, is it? Joom. Yeah, a lot of them products come from China. So it takes a long time for them to get here, and then with customs and stuff, it can be a nightmare. So do be careful. Like, I've ordered a lot of stuff from AliExpress. That's the one I'm familiar with. I don't know if Joom is Chinese. I'm not really sure. Well, AliExpress takes forever, but they have some really cool Halloween stuff. Okay, we're going for a classic pumpkin look, but I am going to give it some eyelashes, see how that looks. So yeah, we're going to go classic. I might try and do a lip. Okay, we'll try and do a lip. Let me see. Do you know, like, I want to do like a glamorous pumpkin. I'm just trying to cut it out precisely. So has anybody been experiencing any paranormal activity lately? October is when a lot of paranormal activity spikes. Okay, I gotcha. A lot of paranormal activity spikes around this time of year, and that's when most things are actually reported. Um, about like in haunted locations, it always happens around October and November, kind of the dark months, which I find interesting because could be a simple, quite reason for it, but oh god, I don't know what way. That's not a lip. That's a bad lip job. Um, I have got to say that usually I experience quite a lot of activity when I'm filming a lot. I get a lot of weird things happening. But lately, it's actually happening to my friends, like Jenny, who is watching. And you're all my friends, obviously. But it's happening to like the people in my immediate life and not me. I haven't been experiencing anything. Maybe I just kind of shut myself off from it all for the past while. There's something very therapeutic about carving a pumpkin. Okay. I messed up. They're not really lips. It's more of a... Oh, come on, bitch. Okay. Maybe. But let me read that comment. I had 3 orbs yesterday. Karen's now at my uncle Michael's shop and look up at the window on the right. My granny keeps appearing in the window. It was her bedroom. Oh, that's awesome. And spooky. I have seen very strange things, especially in Lep Castle at the windows. It's funny how a lot of activity happens at windows. It could be reflection and things like that, like speaking. I don't know, but a lot of activity does happen at windows. I wonder, is it like a portal thing? Is it a reflection? I was looking up. I'm always trying to like try and not bring spirits home, to my home. And seemingly, you should never have a mirror facing your front door. They can get trapped as you walk in, and you should always have chimes or some type of bell at your door. And one other way is to confuse them, which you'd look like a crazy person, but you walk zigzagged to your front door. Say if I came back from a haunted location, these are like things I'm looking up to try and not get spirits to follow me home and zap out my energy. Also, that cabinet is supposed to be that color. I am stripping the paint off the cabinets, so that is, I just haven't got to the rest of it. So in case everyone's like, well, what's wrong with your cabinet? Yeah, we're at decorating, so okay. He kind of looks like a cheeky little pumpkin. He looking a bit cheeky. I'm gonna do the eyelashes and see what happens. I'm just gonna carve them in because I don't want to cut the eyelashes in. So how would I do it on? I suppose I could do it like that. Yeah. Okay. I have the 2 dogs here in the bed, and they're looking at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" Usually, what I do this hour of the night, I do the dishes before I go up, and I'd usually edit or go on Instagram or something like that. TikTok. I'm hooked on TikTok. I haven't been on Facebook in weeks. Since I went to Galway, I don't really bother with Facebook anymore. I heard it was down for a while, but that did not bother me. Let me see. idea. I'm trying to do like the eyelash, but like I don't carve it the full way through. So if you want to do designs on your pumpkin and you don't put a cigarette on that side of the mouth, but and you don't want it to be a hole the whole way through because it's delicate kind of things, carve it just enough so the light will go through it and it can kind of reflect through it, but don't like cut it the whole way through. So you just kind of like scraping at it more so than cutting into it. You can do some really cool designs that way. I did Paranormal Resident on one of them not too long ago. I think it was 2 Halloweens ago. Last Halloween I was just filming non-stop in haunted locations. Last Halloween I was so busy. Even the Halloween before that I was quite busy as well, but last Halloween was crazy for me. Myself and David did a heap of locations. And sometimes I like a quiet Halloween. Halloween's my favorite time of the year, obviously. But sometimes I like a quiet Halloween, watch a horror, be trash, the usual. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is not working out the way I thought it would, but it's kind of like an eyelash. No, it's not really working out. But we'll trust the process. We'll trust the process. Just pumpkin has a lot of attitude. So every time I try and carve a pumpkin, the pumpkin turns out looking like it's mad. Does that say something about me? Am I holding in a lot of aggression or something? I don't know. Is it coming out in my art? Okay, that would have been a way better way to do it. Trial and error. I wish I had a camera pointing at what I'm doing. I know it's frustrating for you guys. Especially if you're rewatching this. I apologize for this mess of a live, but you know, I'm just biting the bullet and getting back into things. So that was way quicker. Let's do it that way. And that side is a mess, but that's a bit better. I'll keep going. She's gonna be a badass pumpkin. You know, I know it's called jack-o'-lantern, but why not Jacqueline Lantern? You know, feminism and all that. Boys have enough shit. Do not cut yourself, Karen, because I can hear Jenny giving out to me. Well, you're a badass pumpkin. Stop. Okay. She's looking fierce. Looking fierce. I don't know what I'm doing. Do any of us know what we're doing anymore? Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this side. I had a vision, but I must be blind. It's weird. I was thinking back on my art days when I was in art. It wasn't really college, but we called it college anyway. It was more like a course, but it was after I did my leaving cert, I went to do art, and I was going to go into art school. So I did my portfolio course in Moat, and we travelled down to Moat the other day. Just on our way back from Athlone, just like a quick pit stop. It was late in the evening. Otherwise, I would have called into Sinead and Kieran, who lived down there. But we were kind of rushing back. But we wanted to drive through, and it was so weird going back and seeing where you were wild and young, and it was bizarre. But actually, not much has changed in Moat at all. when I missed them days in art school, I thought I had a lot to worry about, and then you get growing up, and you know what a real worry is then. I can't believe I'm 30. What age am I? 31. It's depressing. I was watching TikTok and this person said, for those born in the 1900s. I was like, oh, that's so far. I was like, shit, I was born in the 1900s. Isn't that bizarre when people say that? Like, people born in 2000 are 22 or 21. That's so weird. I thought being born in 1990 was like late, but obviously not. Okay, we have pumpkin carved. I'm gonna put a light in pumpkin. Where do I have a lighter? I should have a lighter. Sorry. Oh, yes. Kitchen's a bit of a mess. We'll ignore that. I'm glad I got this done before, because I'm away at the weekend. I have my brother's 40th. So I'm going to be busy this weekend. Oh, she's looking good. I am proud of this little jack-o'-lantern. Jacqueline Lantern. Okay, I'll just find a head. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute? No. She's all looking fierce with her eyelashes. She's a bit wonky. But see what I mean? If you just carve in, you can still see the light on the inside. I say it's very, I need to dry this out a bit more, and then I'm going to bleach it to keep it intact. So, let's see. Oh, very much, oh god. She's pretty. I love the glow off a jack-o'-lantern. You're so cool. You're so cool. What would we call her? Jacqueline? Jacqueline, probably. I think we'll call her Jacqueline. Comment down below if you're rewatching this live. What we should call her. So yeah. I've been going through it a lot lately. I've been going through just the anxiety, depression, blah, blah, blah. It's the same old story, but I've been going through it, and I suppose once I get back on and I start talking, the idea of going live to me sometimes is very hard. And once I kind of rip off the band-aid and I get on with it, I'm totally fine. And I need to realize that who cares what people say about what people say about me or how I look, or there's always going to be, like, I get comments every day. I have hundreds of videos up now on YouTube, and people are watching my channel every day, and I get bizarre comments all the time. And I'd be lying if I said that, like, some of them don't get to me and some of them I totally agree with. But I think it's hard to put yourself on camera. Like, have you, like, even if you just pointed the camera at yourself and talk to it, and you weren't going to post or anything, it's such a strange feeling talking to a camera, and you have to be a certain type of person, and I never thought I would be that type of person, and I suppose I kind of am, because I'm a bit more comfortable with the camera, but then there's times where I'm terrified of it, and I revert back to the way I was before I started Paranormal Resident, which just being very awkward. The smell of burning pumpkin is amazing. I know it's a tough one, and I suppose along as since I started Paranormal Resident, I'm very honest with you guys about how I feel about things, and that's not just all fun and games and paranormal and it's spooky stuff, and there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't get to see, and it's hard to understand why I'm not posting. I know a lot of people are asking why I haven't posted, and how do you say to somebody, I'm just too sad to post a video? How do you say that to somebody without sounding like a drama queen or like being rude. You know, I'm too sad. Like I don't feel when I come on camera, I don't want to be a miserable git and depress people who are watching me, because I know a lot of people watch me because they, not a lot of people, but you know, I don't know how many subscribers I have, 2,000 something, but not all of them obviously watch me, but a good few people do watch me. They buy my merch and they support me no matter what. And I don't want to come on here when I'm not being genuine and when I'm not being myself. And if being myself is a bit miserable, that's okay as well. I need to realize that I don't have to be 100% on the ball all the time and try and get things right all the time when it's just not possible, especially with what I'm doing with the paranormal world. Unless it's a production and there's a team behind me, it's going to be a mess because it, I can't. It's like I have a vision in my mind of what I want Paranormal Resident to be, and a lot of the time I find it hard to achieve what I want, and it gets very frustrating. And then you get them comments, and then it's just being on social media. And even if you have 10 subscribers, even if you have a million subscribers, regardless, you're going to get hate. Even if you're not even trying, you're going to get hate. Um, but I've been trying now for 2 years, and it's been hard. It's been mentally, it has taken a lot out of me. But at the end of the day, I do love it. I really love ghost hunting, and I love spooky stuff, and I love the community I built up here. Even though there's only like 3 people watching me now, I probably sound deluded, but there is people who watch me. Like I think last year I had 250,000 views, and this year I'm gaining up on 150,000 views, and that's just people coming in and out of my channel throughout the year. So this year my views are way down, um, but that's a lot of eyes on one person, and it does get you and get you a lot. It really does. But I don't know why. If you are commenting and I can't see your comments, um, and I stand by you and you're so genuine. Oh, thank you, healing vibration. Um, part of what I do on here is I kind of want to make people. I don't want to say I want to make people happy, or that sounds stupid. But what frustrated me about watching YouTube and people I looked up to was how they didn't interact with the people who were watching, and how they kind of ignored people, and they were like, I don't need you. You're nobody. Like, if there's 3 people watching, if there's 100 people watching, you know, it's not hard to acknowledge people who are, they could be lonely, they could be needing a friend, and it's not hard to acknowledge them and say hello and say their username or whatever like that. And I think with Paranormal Resident, I always wanted it to be, um it's not my show, it's our show in a way. It's like it's not even a show, but you know what I mean. um I wanted everyone to be part of it and part of something that I created that I'm proud of, and I wanted you all to feel like you could come on a live and you can get support or whatever. And you know that's one thing I loved about Paranormal Resident. The one thing I will say, as small as my following is, I have they're so loyal, they're so caring. I adore them, and the residents, as I call them, um, they have my back no matter what. I mightn't post in a month, they'll always be here supporting me and commenting on my videos. Even when my content is crap, they'll always try and push me in the right direction and support me. And that's really, really cool. And I know I probably let a lot of people down the past few months, where I shut down, but I think people need to realize that just because I don't reach out to them or I don't message them, it doesn't mean I don't care. It just means I don't have the capacity at that moment to deal with anybody else but my own shit that's happening, and I don't want to drag anyone else down. So like my inboxes are full, my Instagram and Facebook, like I have so many unread messages, and I know it comes off as I'm a bitch or I am just ignoring you. I do see them, but I just don't have the capacity at the time to deal with it all the time, and that's just being honest. I don't, and um, I'm trying to improve that part of me, and I don't want to let anybody down. But it's kind of the reason why I gave up on the card readings. I had to. I love doing the tarot card readings. They were quite popular on the channel, and I got a lot of followers from it. But I gave it up because everyone was asking for a reading, and it was overwhelming. And I know that's a good thing, but it wasn't just when I was live, it was when I was off live, and everyone was DMing me and messaging me for reading. So I have like 20 people that I needed to read, and it was just so overwhelming. And of course, I never charge for a reading ever. I did them on Patreon for as a bonus, but I wasn't like charging people. I was giving them bonus content. But I had to stop, and that sucked because I really loved doing it, and it was kind of like the one thing you learn is it's what people can get out of you, and they don't really care if you're going through it or if you're busy or if you just are having a hard time, and you're a total bitch then if you don't respond. And I'm just like, I'm trying to respond to, you know 20 people at the same time, and being a therapist for somebody and being a friend for somebody, and it gets it's very tricky to navigate. And then when you're on the internet, like, you meet a lot of strangers, and I have had experiences where I've been scared by people. Like, they get very creepy and they get very involved in my life, and they don't know me. And I've had that experience, and it's hard when you're on the internet, regardless of how many followers, that line that people you're trying to cross the friend line and the subscriber line, where I want to be friends with everyone, and I want to be their best friend, and I want to support them, and I want to be there for them, and I want to always, if they support me, I'm going to support you. But it doesn't work. The more I started to grow, and more people were contacting me, I couldn't do it. Like, it was impossible. And then with my own mental health, and then, sometimes when you have mental health problems and you hear people talk about their mental health problems, it triggers you, and then it can, I'm just triggered all the time. Um, it's hard to balance the friendship and the subscriber side of things, and that's one thing I struggle with a lot on Paranormal Resident. Is I want to be your best friend. I really, really do, but then sometimes I can't, and then I feel like a bitch, and then I feel guilty, and then I feel bad, and I don't want to be like that. Like, you know, I wish I could. There was like 10 of me. One of my subscribers said, always says this to me, Joel. He said, I wish there was like a million of me, or I wish there was like 10 of you to help me out. And you know what? Sometimes I feel that way. I feel like I want to help them all. I want to give everyone a reading, and I wish that was the case, but it's just not reality. But how do you say that to somebody without being a bitch? And then if I give a reading for one subscriber, I can't not give a reading for another subscriber. And it was like this cycle. It's like a cycle of, you know, devastation. Hey, Anne. Hey, girl. We were just at carving a pumpkin, Anne. She's looking fabulous, but um, I'm just talking now and talking to you guys about what's been going on. It I don't know. It can be overwhelming, and I know I could. I could do more with Paranormal Resident. I know I can, but it feels like the depression and the anxiety stops me a lot of the time. And I know it's not an excuse, and I'm not using it as an excuse. But it's hard. It can be difficult to put yourself out there. And listen, I've got a lot of hate from people I thought were friends and thinking I'm weird or I'm a loser for doing it or that I'm thinking I'm something I'm not. And I'm just like, Christ, the thing about Irish people, they begrudge you so much. They can't handle you being yourself. You have to do what they want you to do. And if you don't meet their expectation of who you are, then they get very angry and they start saying, "Well, who does he think he is? And who does he think he is?" Like, can you not just like mind your business? Like, some people have really come for me, and I know still in the paranormal community in this country there is the bitching going on, and I hear it back about me, and I'm just like, I've never said a bad word about you, but you're coming for me like you know me when I probably met you at like a few events and that's it. Like, what did I ever do to you? Literally, what did I ever do to you? Not saying that I haven't been a little diva at times. I can be a diva, comes with the territory. But I try my best to be nice to everyone, and I know some people don't like that. They really don't. Let me see. And the can be bar. You're still here, Jennifer. I'm boring everyone, but I suppose I've just got a lot of people that they try and ruin it for me. They try and ruin what I've created, and I haven't let them, but lately it's getting to me, and it's like every time I do Paranormal Resident, I can hear their voices in the background, and I need to get over that, and I need to forget about all that bullshit because it doesn't matter. Regardless, if I do nothing, they're still gonna bitch about me, or they're still gonna have something to say, or I don't use equipment, or I don't use this, that, and the third. Like, calm down. I'm not gonna spend thousands on equipment for what? If ghosts are there, they're there. Okay, like equipment can be great, I agree, but like I'm not a team paranormal investigator. I am Kieran with a camera who likes ghosts and haunted locations and history and um making friends online. That's it. So, people just have this. I hate saying people because I should just say their names, but I'm not going to. But they have an opinion of me, and they're they're stuck on that, and it's sad because I'm not what they think I am. You know, I don't try and hurt anyone. I don't try. I'm an paranormal enthusiast with a camera and a bit of creativity that is trying. So just don't talk shit about me because I hear it back. Like, in Ireland, you hear everything back, and you know the worst thing is people will tell me, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. I don't care if they are. Just don't tell me, because when you tell me, then it hurts. Um, but then again, I've met some amazing people. Maybe I'm not friends with them anymore, but I've met some amazing people in the paranormal community that I adore and I'm proud of, and I think their work is awesome. Mightn't be as friendly, or we mightn't talk anymore, but I still appreciate what they do, and I think they're awesome. So, you know, I suppose my point is, like, people will always have shit to say about you regardless of what you do. So don't let them win, you know? And sometimes that's hard to not let people win, because what I do is a bit weird and it is a bit odd. Like, it's what, nearly 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm talking to you guys about personal shit. But it's what I do, and if they don't like it, shove it, you know? Do what makes you feel uncomfortable. Do what makes you feel happy. And if that is something silly and stupid, who's to say that? Like, just do it. Be proud of yourself and do what you love, and don't let anybody dictate how you should be as a person. Because, God, if we all did that, we'd all be just robots, you know? People who stood out in history, they were always quite eccentric and quite weird and quite odd. And they're the people you remember. So be weird, be odd, and fuck what the rest of them say. You know yourself. You know yourself. Sorry, going on a tangent now. There's a few more people in. What am I saying? Listen to my own words. I know. I know. I know. I wish I could. So I think, it's hard to be yourself in this life, and it can get to you, but never give up on trying to be yourself. Who is Klopp? Klopp welcomes you all. Hello. Your fibromyalgia. Jenny has that. It's just spurted out there on the internet. But yeah, she has that. You know, if carving a pumpkin late at night makes you happy, carve a pumpkin late at night. My accent is Irish, so I am from Ireland. I am from Westmeath in Ireland, but I'm currently living in Tipperary. Klopp. Is that how I say your name? Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you coming on. I do. I tried to do, actually, a lot of people have said I should do scary story times because they like my accent, and I just think I'm high pitched and squeaky, telling you the truth. And I have done one for my Patreons where I just read a scary story, but I never was brave enough to post that properly. I'm out of frame, and I'm wearing a Christmas t-shirt. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I got this as you know, I like jigsaws, guys. I'm a bitch for a jigsaw. And I got these new Halloween jigsaws that came into Aldi. But do not buy them. So this is one of them. Because I love Beetlejuice. And insomnia, I know. I should be in bed. Andy Robertson. But Beetlejuice ones, and I opened it and I was like, oh cool, it's a Warner Brothers Studio one, it must be like a good jigsaw. Guys, it's the worst jigsaw ever. Look how thin these pieces are. Can't even see them. And they don't fit together. I was like, what waste. You're better off just getting Ravensburger. But I love the image, so I probably still will do it. Let's see, I have one other Beetlejuice movie poster one that I love. And I got this, this is just a jigsaw haul because I'm a nerd as well. It helps me nerves. But I got a medieval castle, which is only a 500 piece one. But how cool would that be framed? I love a medieval castle. I think that's pretty cool. Wasn't it like, well, how much was that? 750. So their ones are quite good. Hey FS Kennedy, long time no see. I have to catch up on your channel big time. I hope everything's okay with you. Sending you my love. Calling Beetlejuice 3 times. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Yeah, I love my jigsaws. I got into them during the panorama, and it helped a lot. Kind of a lot of time stuck in. I focused a lot on Paranormal Resident as well, but the jigsaws kind of it passes time, keeps you busy. It's very good for your mind, especially if you suffer with depression or anxiety. It's really really good for you. So I kind of got into it. Panorama, yeah, that's how you say it on the internet. uh, but yeah, and I have people are sending me. I don't have a PO box, but um, Joe sent me something from America. I have to actually go pick it up. I have to pay the customs first and then go pick it up. Um, I don't know what he got me, but like that's a lot of money to be spending on me. But thank you, Joe. I might open it on camera or open it on live, if he lets me, depending if it's not like personal stuff in it. But I've got like some really strange things in the mail, guys. I've got since I started Paranormal Resident, I've got dolls' heads. I've got really cool stuff from America. People have done drawings. I've got little letters and stuff like that. And how cool is that? And I only have a little small following, but I thought it's cool. I don't have a PO box, so I just give people my address, which is probably not the best thing. But I just DM people. So you know, I thought it was cool. I have a baby doll's head with nails in it. She's this nurse from America, and she was working so hard during the pandemic, and she made me a doll's head that had nails. It was like a Hellraiser doll's head, and it was really, really, really cool to receive. And I have it up pride of place in my filming room, I call it, but it's not really a filming room. It's just the spare room, and I have most of my Halloween stuff there. And I thought it was really, really cool. But yeah, look, this is strange, right? I found this old book. Like my house is not old. Obviously, you can see it's quite modern. Um, but I found this old book when I was looking for something for Ben, and it's really old. Jekyll and Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and the Merry Men. Um, I don't know if there's a date on it, but I love old books. Someone wrote in Irish. It is in Irish. 1940. Can you focus, please? 1948. I love the smell of old books, and I love old books. It's supposed to be a good book. But I was just up in the hot press, and I was just wondering, maybe Anthony had it in his collection or something. I don't know. Every man I will go with thee, and be thy guide, in thy most need go by thy side. English do have a funny way of speaking. It's kind of cool with the original covers on it. Let me get into these comments. Sorry, guys. Good Irish names, healing vibrations. I love the Irish names. I have the London Tower puzzle, 1,000 pieces. Ooh, yes. I have a few London jigsaws. I have like over there. I even have like, if I just tilt the camera, see there are two jigsaws I have hanging up above the bin. But one is like a fantasy one, and the one is like geishas. I don't know, I just really like jigsaws. It's something about me. I like my jigsaws. I'm weird like that. Yeah, right there, bud. Yeah. I'll come up and say hello before I go. Here, bud. Oh, God. Oh, you're getting old. You're getting old. So this is Buddy. He is 8. He's getting old, aren't you? But he's still a little puppy. Marlon, bye bye. I'm giving him a smile. Stewie, stop. Okay, I'll bring Stewie up in a minute. Just don't. Oh God. The other dog's getting jealous, so he has a son called Stewie, which I'll show you now in a sec. The best puppy. The best puppy. Yeah. Don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. Okay, I better go before I start a fight. Why are you giving out? Stop it. Why are you giving out? Bold. Okay, guys. I better go before these two kill each other because I'm not giving the other one attention. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I appreciate it. Just good to get back into it and I know, get back chatting to you guys. I love it. So I hope you're all good. If you could, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, all linked down below. And yeah, from me and Buddy and Stewie, who they're gonna fight now. I know they're gonna fight. I will chat to you very, very soon. Oh, that was a knife. And by the pumpkin's name is Jacqueline, and I'll post a picture on